Hey, 49ers faithful. We're back with an exclusive video bringing you the latest updates on our beloved San Francisco 49ers. Before we jump in, make sure to subscribe to 49ers Zone and hit that like button. This way, you'll never miss any breaking news or exciting updates about the Niners. The news hit like a thunderbolt across the NFL universe, and the whispers have been escalating into full-blown chatter that nobody saw coming until the rumors started swirling with a fierce intensity. PENEI Sewell, yes, the remarkably talented and physically imposing offensive lineman, has officially arrived at the San Francisco 49ers, and insiders are already hinting that his presence alone could completely redefine the offensive line dynamics for years to come. Imagine the implications. The 49ers line, already respected for its cohesion and brute strength, suddenly infused with the kind of athleticism, technique, and raw potential that Sewell brings, and the murmurs around league circles are unstoppable, with analysts speculating how this singular acquisition might elevate the entire offense to a level of dominance that the NFC West hasn't witnessed in decades. Social media exploded within minutes of the announcement, fans posting wild speculations, mock formations, and even creating memes of Sewell bulldozing defenders into oblivion, which only fueled the narrative that this is not just a signing, it's a seismic shift. The story gained traction when former players and insiders began hinting that Sewell's leadership and locker room presence could be as impactful as his on-field performance. Conversations that started in hushed tones at local sports bars quickly became headline stories. Analysts debated his fit with the existing roster, projecting that his versatility could allow the 49ers to experiment with new formations, running schemes, and pass protection strategies that were previously unthinkable, and all of this just added layers to the excitement that now envelopes the team and its fan base like a wildfire impossible to control, igniting speculation about playoff runs and championship aspirations that suddenly feel tangible and very real, even before the first snap has been thrown in this season's campaign, leaving every corner of the league talking about Sewell's arrival as a defining moment in franchise history. The buzz around PENEI Sewell's arrival has been relentless, almost surreal, because it's not often that a single acquisition can instantly shift the perceived power dynamics of an entire division. Yet here we are, watching the NFC West ripple with tension and anticipation, as coaches and commentators analyze every possible scenario where Sewell could impact games in ways both subtle and explosive. From a technical standpoint, Sewell brings a rare combination of agility and brute force, capable of neutralizing the most formidable defensive ends while opening lanes for the running game, a skill set that aligns almost perfectly with the 49ers' evolving offensive strategy. Rumors are circulating that Kyle Shanahan has been secretly adjusting his playbook, imagining sequences where Sewell's unique blocking techniques create unexpected advantages, exploiting defensive schemes in ways that fans could only dream of witnessing. The chatter intensified when insiders hinted that Sewell's presence might also allow for more creative quarterback protections, giving the signal caller extra seconds to read defenses and make decisive throws, which could completely change the passing dynamics and elevate offensive efficiency to previously unseen heights. Social media influencers and analysts began dissecting game tape from Sewell's previous performances, highlighting moments of sheer dominance that suggest he could single-handedly tilt the balance of power in key matchups, creating a ripple effect that reverberates through team morale and league perception. Even rival fans, begrudgingly, have begun acknowledging the seismic shift, debating whether their defensive units are prepared to face a 49ers offensive line suddenly imbued with near-unmatched talent, while local sports media have turned every interview and training camp report into fodder for speculation. The narrative is building like a storm, with every passing day adding fuel to the idea that Sewell is more than just a player. He is a potential franchise-defining piece, and the NFL community, from analysts to casual fans, is caught in a wave of anticipation, as if the season itself hinges on the magic that Sewell might bring to Levi's Stadium in every down, every snap, every explosive moment that could soon become unforgettable highlights replayed for years to come. Speculation about how Sewell's addition will influence the team chemistry is almost as intense as the projections for his on-field impact, because insiders suggest that his personality, work ethic, and quiet leadership style could resonate with veterans and younger players alike, creating an environment where every practice, every meeting, every team huddle carries a renewed sense of purpose and energy. The rumor mill is alive with claims that locker room dynamics are subtly shifting, that players are pushing each other harder, inspired by Sewell's presence, and that the coaching staff is already planning innovative drills and schemes to maximize his strengths, creating a synergy that could redefine the very notion of teamwork in San Francisco. Analysts have been dissecting the offensive line's previous performances, noting where weaknesses existed, and almost universally agreeing that Sewell's versatility allows the 49ers to plug gaps and experiment with line rotations that were previously considered risky. The idea that one individual could alter blocking schemes so profoundly has generated endless online debates, with fans posting simulations, sketches, and theoretical matchups, imagining how Sewell might neutralize elite defenders while still allowing other teammates to thrive. Beyond the XS and OS, the narrative suggests a psychological impact. Opposing defenses may feel a new sense of dread, knowing that a player of Sewell's caliber could consistently disrupt their strategy, and that alone could alter game outcomes without a single explosive play being recorded. Even within casual conversations at tailgates and sports bars, people are whispering about how the 49ers might suddenly have the most fearsome line in the league, an assertion previously reserved for only the elite teams, as if Sewell's arrival automatically elevates the status of everyone around him, creating an aura of inevitability that now defines the upcoming season and sets the stage for dramatic showdowns that will be analyzed and replayed endlessly across broadcasts and highlight reels alike. The rumor mill has not stopped with just tactical implications. Speculation about Sewell's contract, commitment, and potential long-term impact has fueled endless discussions, with insiders suggesting that the front office might already be envisioning him as the cornerstone of a dynasty, capable of anchoring the line for years and influencing draft strategies, salary cap considerations, and even the development of other promising talents in the roster. Social media is flooded with discussions of potential dream matchups, imagining Sewell facing off against the best pass rushers in the league, and analysts are debating whether his presence alone could force opposing coaches to rethink defensive priorities, allocate resources differently, and perhaps even compromise their standard strategies just to contain him. Fans are creating elaborate scenarios in forums and comment sections, imagining critical playoff moments where Sewell's blocking preserves key touchdowns or game-winning drives, fueling a collective anticipation that borders on obsession, as if the very fate of the 49ers season hinges on this singular player. Insider whispers hint at how coaching staff meetings have shifted tone, with Sewell's name mentioned in virtually every strategic discussion, a fact that has turned casual observers into analysts, dissecting the minutiae of line formations and snap timing as though they were watching a chess match. There's also a human interest angle being speculated on. The way Sewell might influence team culture, inspire younger players, mentor rookies, and foster an environment where excellence is contagious, leading to subtle improvements that may not make headlines immediately but accumulate into decisive advantages over time. Rumors about potential position shifts, creative formations, and even unconventional usage in critical situations add layers to the intrigue, creating a narrative that is as much about imagination and speculation as it is about tangible performance, leaving the entire NFL community enthralled by the possibilities Sewell's arrival represents. The intrigue surrounding PENEI Sewell has also sparked debate among pundits about the broader implications for the league's balance of power, as many are questioning whether the 49ers, with this newly fortified line, suddenly become the benchmark for offensive line excellence, forcing other franchises to accelerate development, trade aggressively, or innovate schemes to keep pace with what is perceived as an inevitable ascendancy. The chatter includes speculation about matchups against traditional powerhouses, analyzing how Sewell might neutralize defensive stars in critical games, and imagining how his athletic profile could redefine how opponents approach run-pass balance, pre-snap adjustments, and even blitz strategies. Fans are actively creating fantasy scenarios where Sewell's impact is so profound that he single-handedly shifts statistical projections for scoring, sacks allowed, and rushing efficiency, adding a gamified layer to the anticipation that keeps conversations alive across social media platforms, podcasts, and comment sections 24/7. Insider whispers also suggest that training camps and practices are being subtly restructured to integrate Sewell in ways that optimize both his strengths and the line's overall cohesion, feeding further speculation that the 49ers' offensive strategy might evolve mid-season in response to newfound capabilities. Beyond tactics, analysts speculate about psychological effects, suggesting that Sewell's presence could intimidate opposing linemen before the snap, affecting confidence and decision-making, which would make his impact more nuanced yet equally powerful as raw statistics. The cumulative effect of these rumors, speculations, and narratives has created a feverish buzz that makes every 49ers offensive play a topic of preemptive discussion, as if fans and insiders are collectively rehearsing a season of potential dominance that Sewell's talent promises to make vividly real. Even as the league waits with bated breath to see if the whispers translate into the reality that everyone is imagining with such fervent enthusiasm and expectation. But before we dive in, don't forget to subscribe to 49ers Zone and hit the like button on this video. Your support helps us keep bringing you the latest updates on the San Francisco 49ers. And don't forget to share your thoughts on the news in the comments below. The conversation around Sewell's arrival has also spawned endless debate about historical comparisons, as fans, analysts, and insiders speculate whether his impact could rival or surpass legendary offensive linemen who have left indelible marks on franchises, and whether this acquisition signals a new era in line play philosophy that emphasizes a blend of athleticism, versatility, and technique previously considered unattainable. Rumors suggest that Sewell's addition might influence scouting, drafting, and player development across the league as teams reassess the type of athlete they prioritize on the offensive line, creating ripple effects that extend far beyond the confines of Levi's Stadium. The narrative also imagines Sewell participating in key high-stakes games, potentially altering pivotal moments with perfectly timed blocks, chip assists, and strategic positioning that create game-defining opportunities. And this speculation alone fuels endless discussions among fans, social media commentators, and former players. The psychological impact on opposing defenses is another layer that fuels the rumor mill, as whispers circulate that Sewell's presence could inspire hesitancy, mistakes, or overcompensation from defensive coordinators, altering the course of games before the first whistle. Analysts are theorizing combinations of blocking schemes that leverage his unique skill set in tandem with the team's elite running backs and tight ends, painting an almost cinematic picture of a line that operates like a well-oiled machine with Sewell as the keystone. Even casual observers are swept into the excitement, discussing scenarios where Sewell could shift momentum in rivalry games or playoff matchups, creating an aura of inevitability that surrounds the 49ers' offensive line. The excitement and speculation are so pervasive that every training camp update, every snap in preseason, and every minor adjustment is dissected for clues, feeding the ongoing narrative that Sewell is not just a player. He might be the central figure in a story of transformation, dominance, and league-wide disruption, leaving everyone from fans to insiders caught in a whirlwind of expectation and rumor that seems to grow exponentially with each passing day. The excitement surrounding PENEI Sewell doesn't stop at the team level. Whispers suggest that rival franchises are already strategizing around his presence, trying to anticipate how the 49ers might exploit their weaknesses with Sewell anchoring the offensive line. Speculation is rampant that defensive coordinators across the league are revisiting film from his previous seasons, analyzing every hand placement, footwork pattern, and reaction time in an almost obsessive attempt to create a counter strategy. Social media forums are flooded with fans debating potential Sewell matchups, imagining him going head-to-head with premier edge rushers and envisioning scenarios where his blocks completely alter the momentum of games. There's even chatter that his influence might extend beyond pure line play, inspiring shifts in offensive play calling, giving quarterbacks more confidence to extend plays, and enabling running backs to find lanes they wouldn't normally reach. Rumors suggest that practices are already being subtly adjusted to integrate Sewell in high-leverage drills, ensuring that both the linemen and the skill position players synchronize perfectly, which could create an almost preternatural cohesion on the field. The narrative has grown so pervasive that casual fans, analysts, and former players are all speculating about the broader psychological impact on opposing teams, suggesting that Sewell's mere presence could intimidate defenses, force them to overthink, and potentially make mistakes before any snap occurs, transforming not just the 49ers' strategy, but potentially influencing the competitive balance across the entire NFC West. That's it for this update. If you enjoyed the video and want to keep receiving exclusive news about the San Francisco 49ers, make sure to subscribe to 49ers Zone and give this video a like. We always look forward to hearing your comments and opinions. See you in the next video.